Okay, I'm John. This is my 2007 FJ Cruiser, and right now it is suffering from having only one eyeball. And so I'm going to replace both of these headlights, and because likely if I just replace one, the other one's going to go out soon, or one will be brighter than the other. So I didn't. A lot of people switch over to the LEDs on these, but I didn't. I'm sticking with the original 9003 H4, the halogen lights that come with them. These are Silva Star by Sylvania. They're supposed to be super bright for the type of light they are, and so I'm just going to put these back in it. The LED conversions were for a replacement bulb, the projector bulb that you stick in here. It was $205. These, $54. And so the other option for LED replacements is to go ahead and replace the whole assembly, and some of them include this part and some of them include this part only, but those range anywhere from $250 to a pair of these up to $800 per one. And the reality is it's worked this long without having those super bright LED bulbs. I think these will do well enough. So let's go ahead and replace these bulbs today. Looking at the back of the headlight on the passenger side, you can see there's the three cables going into the back of this wiring, the back of the actual light. And so all I'm going to have to do is pull those out. Okay, so now that I pulled this off and it just slipped straight back and off and out of the way, then the next thing to come out is the rubber boot here. And so what I'm going to do is underneath there's a slot, and you can get your finger all the way to the back of that rubber boot, and I'm going to hook it and I'm going to work it, and off it came like that. Now this thing has a metal clip, and so I'm just going to squeeze the top of that metal clip and fold it down like a hinge. You can see that right there. And then this should just come out. And it did. Okay, now to put it back in, it is keyed. You can see, whoops, oh, I dropped the other one, the old one. It is keyed. You can see that it's got these 3 tabs on it. I'm making sure my fingers don't touch the actual lens there. But it is keyed, and then you can see the back of the housing there is also keyed, so you just have to make sure that those keys line up. I'm sure my hand is in the way right now of the camera. Oops. See, I lined the keys up, and then the little metal spring just goes back into place. See how that goes? Pop that back into place. Now, the one other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to squirt just a little bit of this bulb grease on here, on those diodes, or I shouldn't say diodes, onto the connectors, because those aren't diodes. I'm going to squirt a little bit of that onto each one of these, and then that'll help make sure that no water or anything else gets in there. So I'll do that after I put this thing back on. Now, the key with this is there's this little tab at the top. That's how it was when I took it off, so I want to line that back up. How critical is that for going back on? I don't know. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep it lined up the way it was and just push it back in. You can see it slides back on easy enough. Okay, now, final thing is to squirt this stuff onto the back of those connectors and plug it back in. And then I repeat for the other side. Alright, so that finishes that off. I've replaced both of them. I put this grease on the back of them. They're done. Now, it's too bright to do a light comparison between the old one and the new one, so I'm sorry I didn't do that. But they should be comparable with what was on here. So anyway, that's how you change out the headlights on a 2007 FJ Cruiser. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks.